quick video. Just want to let everybody know that, my experience with vaping, it's, pretty fluid, just like, everybody else. Any other video you watch, you're gonna see people in their newest video say, this is it, this is the vape that I'm doing all day, this is the best vape. And I mean, it makes sense. You experience new techniques, you get new atomizers, you get new materials, and obviously your vape is going to be fluid. So right now, I know my last video that I actually talked about this stuff, the X-Addy, I said was the best. Sad to say, RSST has reclaimed the throne, because before the X-Addy, this was my favorite, and now after I modified it, not really modified it, but after I just worked with it a little bit longer, RSST has now been my favorite to run sub-ohm coils on a mechanical mod. So what I did, I removed the insulator. To remove the insulator, pretty much, for me it was easy, because I had a 1/8 inch cable stuck in there, and it was actually pretty tight, and that's why I noticed that it was like getting some couple of dry hits every now and then, because it was like really snug in there. So when I was I removed the mesh, I removed the coil, and I was pulling out the wick, the insulator just popped out. So pretty much all you need to do is, like, if you remove the cap, or if you have something that could hook in there, you just kind of find where you could see like a black space around the insulator. So if you just find something that's narrow enough to fit on that insulator and not touch the sides, you can pop it up right out of there. It's just a Delrin insulator. It slides up and down. So, I'm sure even if you like bang it against the table enough, it might come out. So I removed the insulator, making the already big wick hole on the RSST even bigger. Like, it was 1/8 inch with the insulator in. It was maybe a fraction of a millimeter bigger than 1/8 inch. That's how I got the cable in. Now it's huge. And what I did with this one is I put that same 1/8 inch cable back in, and I put a few more layers of mesh, but still it would slide in and out easily. There's not the problem I had when I had the insulator in. And I did a 3-2 wrap of 24 gauge Kanthal. So I had to fill, it's easy to set up. 24 gauge is a little bit harder to work with. I'll make a video specific to different gauges of Kanthal at a later date, but that's what I got, a 3-2 wrap, 1/8 inch steel cable, insulator removed. On this one, I got about maybe at least 5 or 6 wraps of SS mesh on there, and it's 500 grain SS mesh, and it still fits in smoothly. I used to fit my wicks in the wick hole so they'd be snug. So I slide it in there, but if, like, if I tilted it on an empty tank, like, it wouldn't just fall out, it would be gripped in. Like, now my wicks have enough clearance that if I just shook it, held it upside down and shook it, they would fall out. And I found out, for me, it improves wicking. I know other people have talked about it, but for me it definitely improves wicking to have that little bit clearance, because when you tilt, and I tilt even with SS cable, I don't have like the vertical wicking phenomenon that a lot of people have, and that's probably just because my technique is not perfected yet. But I still need to tilt, and yeah, let me just show you how this is working, why this is dethroned the X-Addy. I like to blow my O-rings, but I got the AC on in the room, can't turn it off. Okay, so it's the next demo, same thing on the Diablo clone. Why I'm showing you this is, this one's got a clear tank. This RSST has got a PVC pipe cut down to size in place of the normal tubing. So that center shaft is the center shaft that's normally covered by the standard RSST tank, and I've had no problems with this. Like, it's working great. And yeah, same thing, 3-2 wrap, 24 gauge Kanthal, a little bit fewer wraps of SS mesh on it. I would say this only has about 2 or 3 wraps of SS mesh on it, but performs just the same, wicking amazingly because of that clearance. And I actually did this to all my, my Cobra clone, my X-Addy, done it to the same thing. I revisited my Agate 2. I just made it so like I put like a one size smaller SS cable in there. Did a few less wraps of SS mesh, so it's really loose. So if I flip it upside down, it just, like I said, would fall right out. So here's this. This is not hitting as well. But this is mainly a contact issue on the Diablo clone that I've noticed. Um, I have messed with the center pin on this, so it could be that. It could be that. It should be hitting phenomenally, but I think I just messed with it too much. It's not making the right contact. That's why it's a little bit less than a Sigelei 19, which is all stainless steel, with a magnet as one of a contact, and I shaved off the top, so that's brass. So it should be as half as conductive as the Diablo clone, but it's hitting better. And I'm using max VG juices on both. So I think I covered everything. RSST, remove the insulator, SS cable 1/8 inch, 4 to 7 wraps of SS mesh on there. Grade of your choice, 300, 325 to 500, 600, whatever you want, 200. 24 gauge Kanthal. What's helping with the vapor? 3-2 wrap. That's what I use. That's what I'm vaping all day. Hope you enjoyed.